Hello, welcome to another special Sudoku solves video. Today I have a one-star puzzle, which I don't think I'm going to be able to solve as a one-star puzzle. This is by Juggler or Michael Lefkowitz. Um, and it's a chaos deconstruction. Draw seven six-cells regions in the grid. Some region boundaries are given. Seven six-cell regions. So if we do some math, seven six-cell regions. 6 times 7 is 42. And these are 7 by 7. So there's 7 empty cells left over. Okay. Some region boundaries are given. And place the digits 1 to 6 in every row, column, and region. Cells not in regions should be left empty. Okay, so what springs into my head is it possible that two cells are empty? So we have, for example, this. No, I don't think so, because that means in some other row, column, or area, there has to be a full line of digits, and there's not 6 different digits in every row, column. Yeah, so every row and every column is going to have one empty cell. And I think that's relevant for the Japanese sums. Each clue outside the grid gives the sum of the cells in a row or column from the direction of the clue until reaching an empty cell. So 13, how do you make 13? For example, it's the numbers 1 through 6, so 5, 6, and 2. And then that would be a blank cell, and these will be normal cells. Okay. Well, okay, let's start then, I think, by highlighting. I think we can kind of deduce what cells are going to be single and what cells are going to what cells are part of regions. Let's highlight them gray, and what cells might not be, because I think, for example, if you look at the 6, it can just be a 6, it can be a 4-2, it could be 1-2-3. So one of those has to be an empty cell. So all of these have to be within regions. We looked at this. This is a minimum of 3. What's the maximum? What's the if we take 1, 2, 3, 4? That's 10. Okay, you cannot make 5 cells out of the 13. So it's either 3 or 4. So this is an empty cell. So these are within regions. So these are within regions, I think. Now let's look at the 14. The 14 is also not possible in 5 different cells. So is it possible in 3? Yeah, it's either possible in 3 or 4. But I think the point is it has to be like this. That has to be an empty cell. So we color that one black because it doesn't count. So all of these have to be within regions. Interesting. I started doing this, right? But is it possible to start with the regions? Because what's going to divide the regions? It's reaching an empty cell. Maybe it's the numbered Sudoku, because I know that these 3 add up to 14. So that's 5, 6, and 3, for example. Is there anything else that can add? No, I think that has to be it, right? Because with the 2 you cannot make 12. Yeah. And with a 4 you cannot make 10. So it is 5, 6, and 3. It's 3, 5, and 6. Or yeah. Okay. Um, this 15 maybe. 15 is a minimum 3. Oh. but it could be 5. So it's either that one or it's one of those, but never this one. I keep using the wrong color. Um, well, 12 in 4. Is that doable? That's 10. So 1, 2, 3 is 6, plus a 6 is 12. That is possible. It could be. Could we leave out the 1? Then we have 14. No. Could we leave out the 2? Then the minimum is 4, 8, 13. No. Could we leave out the 3? 1, 2, 4, and 5. That's 9. Yeah, that is possible. But it does contain at least a 1 and a 2. Then it's 1, 2, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 6. But whatever it is, it's not 5 cells. So it's that one. And then all of these are gray. That means that that one's black. And once we have the black cells, we can kind of remove the gray, but it does define at least 2 cells you need for the 9. So we have this, and that's black, and these are gray. Okay, so also what I wanted to say within this video is that lately I've been having less free time, sadly. Um, I think we cannot denounce these yet in any way because it's either that one and that one or that one and that one, and there's nothing defining this in any sense. We know that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We know that that's just a 6. How are you going to how are you going to in any meaningful way divide these? How do you make 13 and 4? So can we leave we're going through this again. Can we leave out the 1? Well, 2, 3, 14. No. Can we leave out the 2? Yes. That is possible because it's 1, 3, 4, and 5. Hmm. So there is at least a 1. So the 1 and the 12 is in one of those. How are you going to continue now? But I've done some recordings and they've all I don't know, I've just not been happy with them. So I did not release anything. Um yeah, well oh wait, if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, that's a 6. That's a different way to think about it. So what's this cell? What's this cell going to do? If it has to belong to a region, it has to come out this way. It has to come out this way. It cannot loop back in because why would there be a border? So it has to move like this. That's not a 6, I guess. Is there any other cells like that? Well, this one, sure. Can we? If okay, so if this takes 6 cells, this can move out and take a different cell. But could this 6 ever be red? Right? And I don't think it can be. No, this 6 could never be red. You don't have the spacing is too far. So this is a different color. It's obviously not blue because it's too far away from blue. Um, but what I think now the point is, right, is if you have this 6, if you have this 6, um, let me think. So this has to take 4 more cells. This has to take 4 more cells. However, it does. So 3 of these cells are going to belong to purple. So purple needs 2 more cells, and that's those. And this is exactly the way um, this has to be positioned. So this is the end of purple. Well, let's do a border because we can. Um, this goes like that. We have this one, and we have this. Okay, so we have a bit more. Um, now let's see what else. This is just the numbers 1 through 5. Um, this cell. How is this cell going to connect to anything if these are not the same color? If these are not the same color, this is a 3-cell region. So this is all one part of one region. It has to grow. It cannot grow back on itself, so it goes like that. And we have a region. That's a finished region. So one of those is a 6. Um, sure. Um, but no. What I was wanting to say is, yeah, I tried recording. Things didn't go like how I wanted them to be. I think. Um, either I just wasn't happy with the logic I did, or one time I forgot to unmute my microphone. Um, but yeah, no, things go like that, and I am not too bummed about it. It's just how things go, I guess. Um, but yeah, I wanted to do something a bit more relaxed and just enjoy what I'm doing. Obviously, that's purple as well. Um, that doesn't mean that this cannot be 6-3 though, because that can be red. We have 7 regions and we have 4 colors in now, so we need 3 more. I'm having difficulty seeing what I'm supposed to do now. Um, is it how you make up this? Because what did I say? It was 1, 2, 3, 6, making this a 4, 5 pair, or it is 1, 2, 4, 5, making this a 3, 6 pair. So so whatever it is, with this it forms a pair. So this is either 4, 5, making that a 3, or it's 3, 6, making that a 5. That's a 6. That's a 3. Yeah, but that's okay. I don't think that serves any problems. Let's think about this 13 then. How can we make the 13? I think I said you can leave out the 2, so you have 1, 3, 4, 5, or you have. Is that the only way? If you have 6, or no, you can do 1, 2, 4, 6. If you leave out the 3, and if you leave out the 4, you have. No, you cannot leave out a 4, can you? Because if then you have one, you have 11. Either you use the 5 and you make it 8 more. No, can you leave out the 4? Sorry. That might be a kind of a weird question to ask, because if you leave out the 4, right, you have to make 13. And whatever 13 is either 6 plus 7, which is impossible. So you're going to use 5 then. So you need to make 8. And the ways to make 8 is 1, 2, 5 or 1, 3, 4. But 1, 2, 5 uses another 5, and 1, 1, 3, 4 obviously uses the 4. So I think you have to use a 4. which, okay. Um, yeah, if you have 5, then you need to make 8 with 1, 3, 4. That's fine. If you use 6, you have 1, 2, 4. Okay. So you always use a 4, and it's either with 1, 2, 4, 6 or 1, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there it contains a 1 and a 4. But how useful is this? No, no, I don't feel very. Um, Blue has to contain a 6. So blue has to pass at least into this row, but it could pass into here. So either, so one of those is a 6, right? Because where can blue pick up its 6? Either from there, and then one of those two, or it can go like this. Oh no, this is impossible. Oh, that is impossible because then you block in these two. So whatever it is, it gets a 6 from one of those, so that's a 6. And that's not a 6. And one of those is a blue 6. Well, that's a blue 6 to be specific. That's the only place blue can get its 6 from. And then this is some other region. Let's make it green. Uh, well, we can. If we want to be very specific about it, we can already block off those. Um, yeah, that is just true. Then there's one more cell in blue, and it's either one of those, but we don't know which one. Well, why am I using green again? Let's use yellow. Um, Now red needs a 6, and it's one of those. Oh, okay. So if one of those is a 6, we know the option from 12, right? It's 1, 2, 3, and 6. Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 6. So this is 4 and 5. And then that's a 3, that's a 5, and that's a 4, that's a 5. Sorry, I had to had to sneeze. Um, let's see. We need 1 and 2 in this region still. So 1, 2, and then so either 1, 2 there or 1, 2 there. What am I? What am I missing? Red gets a 6 from down here, so this is 1, 2, 3, and 6. Um, whatever this is, it's a new color, right? Because it contains the 6. Orange. So every one needs a 6. Red has a 6 now. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need one more 6 somewhere. Oh, but it's very hard to say where. This 9 now isn't 3, 6, so it's 4, 5. So this is 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure. Okay, so where does red get its 5? It can't be in one of those, so it has to be there. So that's a 5. That's a 4. So that has to be red. And now this can only be reached by red. So that's 5, so we need one more cell in red. It cannot be this one, because that isolates these two cells, so it's that one, and these are purple. Oh, wait. Wait. I see that I've made a mistake. Okay, it's not very significant, but I see that I've made a mistake. That is red, but this is not green. This area isn't correct. So let's see if I remove this. Okay, I can still see the original border. Let's remove all of this now. These were the original borders, right? Because we still had that pattern of these being black. Now we know that this cannot be black, otherwise it would box in all of this with two little cells to share among these two. So we know that that's black. So green has to grow one more. But yeah, okay, so green has to grow one more. That's okay. And it cannot be this one. And now we also know that that one's black because that's how the way the way it worked. Well, I could have seen this earlier, but I just forgot, I guess. Which not a good idea. That's green. This all is still true though. All of this logic that we did here. Um, I just could have gotten to this point earlier, I think, than I did. Green is now done, and I saw that I had 7 cells in this area. This still all counts. That's true. This is true. And I thought, wait, that's not possible. So that's how I figured out. But I think making mistakes is okay. Um, there wasn't anything that I used that wasn't. If that's blue, it isolates those 2 cells. So that's blue. And this is some. So blue is done now. So this is another color, but it could be yellow. This is also a new color. That let's make that one. It's going to touch another color, so I'm going to make it gray. That one's gray as well then. Well, this is still the only place 5 can go in red. So one of those is 4 in red. But I don't know which one yet. Okay. Oh no, wait, I do, because there was a 4 in the 13 cage. We worked that out before. Okay. So this is a 1 or a 2. So what? So gray needs to take 4 cells, and yellow needs to take 3 cells. There is no way that this could be stuck to gray. Uh, I think that's quite clear. So that is yellow, and that makes these yellow. So we have figured out the chaos decon. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. We figured out the chaos deconstruction part. Now it's just chaotic Sudoku with some Japanese sums. This is 1, 2, 3, and 6. 3 in red has to be down here. So that does mean that well, 3 and 6 have to be down here. So that does mean that the 3 in purple is in one of those two. Because these cannot be 3 now. Oh, and the 5 as well. So that's 3, 5. And these are 1 and 2. Oh, that's not the ones I wanted. That's these two. Sure. Well, let's finish this because I want to. I want to have it complete. So that's another 3 or 5. Oh well, this 5 fixes the 5, the 3. I could have seen that, but that's okay. Um, let's think. What's the last number we need in this column? It's 4. This is the only place 4 can go in green. This needs 1, 2, and 3. Oh wait, that's 1, 2, and 3. So that means that this is a 4 because it's the only place 4 can go now. Um, those aren't 4. That's not 4. So that's a 4. And I think, yeah, that's all the 4s. 5s maybe. So those aren't 5. So one of those is a 5. So that and that isn't a 5. So that's a 5. So one of those is a 5. That's not a 3. What am I missing? Sixes? I'm just looking for numbers that I can fully fill in, kind of. So that's the only place 6 can go in gray. One of those is a 6, but that's not very useful. Um, 4s I've done. Let's see, is there any sum that we can use? This now does contain a 5, so that's 4, 5, making 9. So we need 4 more, which is 1, 3. And a 3 cannot be in one of those, so that's a 3, that's a 5, that's a 1, that's a 5, that's not a 5. That's a 2, that's a 1, that's a 3, that's a 2, that's a 1, that's a 2, that's a 3. What am I missing here? It's 2 and 6. So 2 and 6, so 1, 2. I need 1 and 3 and 1. So that's a 1, that's a 1. Now I'm missing 6, 2, and 2. Very nice, very nice small puzzle, but honestly, Juggler's puzzles are mostly amazing. Um, they are great puzzles, and I really appreciate the setting in them. This one felt so smooth to solve. My solve was a bit long for a 1-star puzzle, but I feel like this leaned more towards 2. Um, thank you for watching, and I'm happy a recording went the way I wanted it to. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.